In a previous video, I went over the biggest reasons why the upcoming Meta Quest 3 may not be the VR headset for you. While I myself am hyped up for Quest 3's release later this year, I had to acknowledge the potential shortcomings. In this video, we're doing the opposite. Here are the top 3 reasons why you need a Meta Quest 3. Number 3. Number 3, you already have a sizable Quest 2 library. All indications are Quest 3 will be backwards compatible with your existing Quest 2 games. This means no waiting for developers to put out upgrade options, no having to rebuy games in your library as would be the case if you went from Quest 2 to Pico 4, PSVR 2 or any other headset, and not losing access to achievements, save files or game perks you spent dozens if not hundreds of hours grinding for. One of the criticisms against PlayStation VR 2 was that the catalog was not compatible with its predecessor. While from a technical standpoint this was understandable, it stunk for consumers who weren't able to play their PlayStation VR 1 games on their new hardware, if the developers didn't offer free upgrades. They also don't have the ability to play popular PSVR 1 titles like Farpoint and Astrobot on the new headset. This is a familiar concept to those of us who come from console gaming, especially Nintendo's ecosystem, but it still sucks all around. All indications are that Quest 3 won't have this issue. Between backwards compatibility and Meta's promise of launching Quest 3 with over 40 new games and apps, Quest 3 is going to launch with a massive library of games available to play from day one. Number 2. The Quest ecosystem is still the platform most profitable for developers, standalone or otherwise. This may not make sense to you as a consumer, but hear me out. I do love PSVR gaming, and honestly my time spent in VR skews more PCVR than standalone. Having said that, I find myself playing older games or the same games over and over again because PCVR just isn't getting very many new games, or at least games that aren't pornographic or showing glorified tech demos. Lord knows the Quest 2 has more than its fair share of tech demos, but the difference is the investment developers and companies are putting in. Through the Oculus Publishing division, Meta executives are on the record saying they're currently funding 150 games in active development. Given how close we are to Quest 3, it's a fair assumption that fair many of those are part of those 41 new games and apps Meta's Mark Rapkin promised. There are also multiple developers on the record saying they make more money selling their games on Quest than other platforms. So unless PlayStation VR 2 sales go through the roof in the next year, which I'm actually hoping happens, that's not expected to change anytime soon. So Meta will still get the lion's share of new releases, including multiple exclusives. In the standalone market, Meta is still poised to remain the dominant player despite recent offerings from Pico and HTC. ByteDance's Pico 4 has been available for 6 months as of this video, but still is not released in North America, no doubt in part due to the US government's privacy concerns over ByteDance's popular ad TikTok. More importantly for me as a gamer, in 6 months of release, Pico is yet to produce a high-end exclusive title. The only standalone exclusive I know of in the library right now is Survival Nation, and I can go buy that for PCVR right now. Just Dance VR, a game I have zero interest in, still has not been released and we don't even know when that is coming. So even if I could walk into my local Walmart and pick up a Pico 4 right now, what would I be getting other than a marginally better headset over my Quest 2 for PC VR, and my Rift S works just fine for that. There are reports of ByteDance having a development fund to invest in third-party games, and the Wall Street Journal just put out an article about ByteDance straight up paying developers to bring their games to Pico to bolster the lineup, but as of this video, the catalog is still lacking. HTC's Vive XR Elite is in the same boat when it comes to the gaming lineup. Zero exclusives, and its best feature is its seamless integration with Steam for PCVR gaming. Ever since this headset was announced, I kept searching for announcements of exclusive standalone content to entice me to buy it and never found any. It feels like HTC is more interested in selling the benefits of its hardware and direct integration with Steam for PCVR more than building a true standalone contender. Every standalone game is also available on Meta, meaning they'll be playable on the Quest 3. Even at this year's CES, there was more buzz around Vive's new body trackers than the headset. This is a different conversation if we were comparing all these headsets strictly for PCVR usage, but that's not the case here. Also, with the recent price drop of the Quest Pro, the XR Elite is now the most expensive standalone headset on the market at $1,100. Finally, number 1. Number 1, plain and simple, it'll be the best standalone headset on the market. The Quest 2, like the Valve Index, has shown remarkable staying power, but is quickly starting to show its age. Quest 3 is reported to be supporting pancake lenses, allowing for better visual clarity, a smaller form factor, and less glare. The new XR2 Generation 2 chip is said to make the Quest 3 twice as powerful as the Quest 2, and it will be the first mobile VR headset to utilize this chip. Whereas Pico 3, Pico 4, Quest Pro, and Vive XR Elite all use some variant of the XR2 Generation 1 chip. Leaks of the Quest 3 showed the pass-through mode will be full color and feature a depth sensor that was removed at the last minute from the Quest Pro, making any mixed reality content all that much better. I can go on, and I will in another video, but all indications are this will be the most powerful and versatile standalone headset on the market. Taking it a step further, the enhanced clarity from the pancake lenses and more powerful processor will also make Quest 3 an excellent option for PC VR. Are you excited for a Quest 3 and are you planning to get it when it comes out later this year? I would love to get your feedback down in the comments and subscribe to the channel because I'll be doing a ton of Quest 3 content leading up to the headset's launch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.